As a whole, Tajay McCoy's got a couple the last couple weeks. Seems like the defensive line as a whole is starting to get pressure in the backfield. How much do you guys feel like the work you put in the last couple weeks is really starting to pay off, and you're starting to show that?
I think we trust our training, we trust our teachings. You know, obviously, we having a Hall of Fame influence in our room, having NFL experience in our room, and just having all those, like, we got a three-headed monster at coach. So we got Sab, we got D-Lou, we got Coach Dancy. So just trusting that training, and like I said before, you know, they come in splashes, and, you know, the dam broke, so now it's really open season. So just a race to the quarterback at this point.
Adam, go ahead.
BJ, what's kind of your early impressions of Arizona and kind of the challenge that awaits you guys down in the desert?
I'm real familiar with them. You know, they kind of remind me of us on offense. You know, they're gonna drop back and they're gonna throw that ball. You know, for a really good football player, they're a really good football team. So we just got to be us, like the same thing. We've got the same approach. So just got to be us and attack the weak.
Hey, BJ, Pat Graham, Associated Press. When you go up against Shedeur and that offense every day in practice, how does that prepare you for, like, Arizona and other teams? Just how much does it prepare you for what you have to do?
It prepares us for a similar drop back, you know, being able to see the quarterback depth, you know, what they like to do, those tendencies, you know. Being able to see a quarterback's tendencies like that and be able to match, like, certain tendencies with an opposing team and what they like to do, you know, his scramble tendencies, you know. It really prepares us for certain things like that.
Hey, BJ, just what have you seen from Tajay McCoy and him kind of breaking out as a young player?
He reminds me of myself my freshman year, you know. Having those third down opportunities, like seeing him flash like that gives me reminiscent of like how I got started in this Power 5 football. So seeing him do that, I can't be happier, you know, like just being able to give him those bits and pieces so that way when I'm gone, you know, he has those things that he can push forward and he can be that guy that steps in the shoes and people can look up to. Because at the end of the day, you want to be the person that gives them and they can pass that on.
When you went back and watched on film, where did you feel like the breakdowns came in the run game, especially like the first 3.5 quarters?
I feel like everything that we struggle with, we just got to be ourselves earlier on. You know, like, that's really all it is. It wasn't anything special that they did. You know, I think we just beat ourselves, like Coach Prime said before. Like, we really let that one go. And that's something that we have to do self-reflection on. Like, going, like, from the bye week to this week, you know, all I did in the bye week was watch the first 5 games and self-reflect on how I can correct certain things as far as the run and the pass. So when I got prepared for that, and then that's what showed up on Saturday, and that's why I feel like I had a good game. But that was my standard, and I feel like that's what we need to do. We need to self-reflect, go into that, correct those things, and have an even better game and play to our standard of football, play Colorado brand of defense like we know how to do.
BJ, when you look at your first half, like how would you assess how you've played the first 6 games here?
I didn't play like myself the first 5 games, which is why, like I said before, I had to go on the bye week and look at what I needed to do and get back to who BJ Green is. And the Kansas State game is just a standard of what I do. Like, it's not special to me. That's what I am expected to do, and that's what I'll be doing going forward and causing havoc like I set out to do.
Hey, BJ, you guys have faced a lot of teams that are kind of run-first teams. This week, maybe you get a team that wants to sling it around a little bit more. How exciting is that opportunity as a pass rusher?
Oh, it's amazing, you know, being to sit back there, you know. But like I said before, it doesn't change anything. Like, Kansas State's a run-heavy team, but we produce it as far as the pass. Like, it's something that Coach D-Lou says every day. We got to earn the right to pass rush. It's the same thing this week. We got to earn the right to pass rush. And when it comes time for us to show up and it's pass and 3rd and long or 2nd and long, we'll be there.
Hey, BJ, how you doing? Coach Prime said Saturday after the game that he can see you getting 2 sacks every game. You see yourself doing that?
It's my standard of football. That's what I said before. I have to get back to who BJ Green is, and that's who I am. That's what I do, and that's what I'll be doing going forward.
All right, anything else for Mr. BJ Green? All right, good. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Appreciate you. All right, perfect timing. Senator Jonte Weston, raise your hands. We'll get a microphone to you.
What's good, everybody? How y'all doing?
Who's first? We're gonna do. Sorry, Jake.
No problem. How you doing?
Hey, LeJohntay,
Let's go.
just as the vocal leader of the wide receivers, what did you tell those guys once, Omari and Travis, Jimmy, everyone went down late in the game?
Next man up mentality. I feel like our receiver room, we got depth in there of guys who can come in and play and perform just as Travis, as Jimmy, and all those other guys too. So I just mainly just told them, like, next man up, let's go, like, step up. It's y'all time now. So all that y'all feel like y'all can play on Saturdays, like, now it's time to show it. So that's all I just told them.
LeJohntay, just throughout this season, how do you feel like you and Shedeur's relationship has grown and developed?
I think it's just getting started. We just giving you previews, little sneak peeks. I don't feel like we fully had a complete game where me and him was just on the same page completely. I think we're growing day by day, and it's only gonna get better, and it's only gonna go up from here.
Hey, LeJohntay, Tyler King with the Denver Gazette. Obviously, if you guys aren't able to get Travis and Jimmy back for this week, how much does it help that yourself and Will are you kind of used to having that number one wide receiver workload? Does that give you confidence that you guys won't have much of a drop off just because you're used to that kind of high workload?
Like I said, I feel like our receiver room is really deep and has a lot of experience. Even the young guys who don't have actual game time experience, just the way they practice and attack the day, I feel I'm real confident in our group, and I don't think it's going to be any fall off if they don't play.
Hey, LeJohntay. 2 weeks ago, your brother Jalen had a big game against UCF. Just what was it like seeing him, go?
That's why I just tell them every game, like, y'all see us pray and stuff before the games. I just tell them, like, man, be you and play your game, have fun out there. Because when he do that and he's flying around like that, I mean, y'all see the results of it. So that's all I tell him. And it's good, and I'm blessed to be able to see him be able to perform at this level too. So it's great.
LeJohntay, you talked about the next man up mentality, but when you see a teammate like Omari and Miller make the plays that he did and then go down with an injury, as a veteran, is there anything you can say to somebody like that to kind of get them through this period?
Just be there for them. That's pretty much all you can do. And it hurt more because before the game, he was feeling it. Like, he told me, like, this gonna be one of them games where he feel like he gonna be able to get off. So, I mean, it kind of hurt. It definitely hurt seeing him go down. Especially go down in that type of way where he can't shake back quick from it. So, I mean, the most important thing for me to do is just be there for him, because it's bigger than the game, man. Players have injuries like that, and they mental start having being depressed and being mental health stuff like that. So my main thing is just being there for them. If you need anything, just go see them. So that's all I can do right now.
Hey, LeJohntay, Pat Graham, Associated Press. Just to kind of expand a little bit on Shedeur, he's going to be arguably a top 5 pick in the NFL draft. What makes him so special, and what makes catching passes from him maybe different than other quarterbacks?
He's a pro. His IQ level is insane. His throwing ability, his ability to be able to prolong plays and extend plays and still be able to make throws down the field. So just all of that in one. He's really just the complete quarterback, the quarterback that I've been looking for pretty much all of my college career. So, I mean, I'm glad to be on his side.
LeJohntay, how's the team mood at this point? I mean, coming off of a game like that where you guys know you didn't play your best, but could have won that game.
Definitely. I mean, we just trying to get that bad taste out of our mouth right now. Right now, you could just see everybody know we could have won that game. Know we should have won that game, and we can't keep dwelling on it. It's on to the next, on to Arizona, and everybody preparing and ready to get back in the win column for Arizona. So that's all we could do right now.
Hey, LeJohntay.
How you doing?
When you watch the well-off media videos we've heard from Travis and Shedeur, it seems like there's a collaborative process on offense. If you have an idea, speak up and say something. Is that what it feels like for you? Like, if you see something on the field, they're open and receptive to kind of hearing your point of view?
Yeah, definitely. Everybody has a say-so on the offensive side. I mean, you can't do this just with one person. I mean, Shedeur, he had to see a lot of stuff on the field. I mean, he don't see everything. So just being able to come back to the sideline and communicate what we see, how the DB is guarding us or anything like that. So, I mean, just to be able to communicate and have them open conversations on the sideline during the game, I think helps our performance during the game.
Is that different than where you've been before?
I wouldn't say it's different, but it's different because, you know, it's getting took in, you know. I mean, everywhere you're going to have players come back on the sideline, oh, I was open, or this, that, and the third, but it's a difference when it's getting taken in and we're able to make adjustments and going on about the game plan.
What's good, Lashante?
What's
Scott
happening,
Proctor,
bro?
Coloradoan.
Yes, sir.
5 straight games with a touchdown for you, 7 tugs this season. What do you think it is that makes you so effective kind of in the red zone, in scoring position? And when you guys kind of get close to the scoring zone, do you kind of feel like it's your time to kind of, finish the drive with a score?
I mean, coming here, I knew I wasn't going to be able to get as much touches that I got at FAU. So I know, like, going into every game, I got to capitalize on every touch that I get. And it just so happened every touch that I get be close to the red zone. And every time we close to the red zone, it's mandatory I put it in the box. So that's just my main goal. Just every time I touch it, try to put it in the box. So, I mean, we just got to keep it rolling now so we can start winning.
How you doing, LeJohntay?
What's good, bro?
Hey, so you scored 7 times. Do you plan in your mind what you gonna do when you score? Because you got a different dance every time you get in the end zone, brother.
Yeah, I'll definitely be at home practicing and see. Because I already know, man, listen, when I get it, I'm trying to score. So, and football is entertainment, and it's hard to score a touchdown on college. So every time I score, I'm trying to entertain the fan and entertain my family and have fun. That's it, mainly. So that's it. Yes, sir.
Anything else for LeJohntay Wester? All right. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you.
That was a good way to end it. All right.
How y'all doing?
Shedeur Sanders, raise your hand. We'll get a mic to you and we'll get started. Who's first for Shiloh?
Hey, Shao. How big of a week is this for you guys as a team to bounce back, but also for you personally to bounce back from that game the other day?
Yeah, it's a huge week. Definitely should have had a win last game. You know what I'm saying? So we can't give up plays that we know we can make. We can't play not up to our standards, especially me, because I'm the free safety. I'm the ziplock of the defense. I can't be going out there, not being on my game. So just preparing, getting ready for this week is a huge week.
Hey, Shiloh. Mike Lamonte. How you doing? So, on game days, I notice you're extremely focused. When we see you with your teammates, you like you're a lighthearted guy. How do you stay so focused before the game, during the game? Because I watch every game, and you're like locked in.
Yeah, I need to be even more locked in because I just have to pay attention to little details and technique, especially coming downhill. When you're playing against a patient running back, you gotta be patient too. And I've been out. I'm just excited to get back. I'm trying to just knock somebody's head off, going full speed, but I still have to be patient when you're playing against a back like that. That's not just gonna hit the hole. He's gonna be patient and try to hit you with something. So just being locked in the details is, we're gonna fix it. We're gonna get back.
Shiloh, we haven't had a chance to talk to you since the injury. Could you talk a little bit about what that rehab process looked like for you? What was kind of the toughest part of getting back on the field?
The toughest part was not being on the field and just having to go through, a broken forearm and still, this is my last season, so still, dang, this has to be my biggest season. This has to be my biggest season, and something like that happens. It's kind of discouraging, but you just got to keep going with it because it's a long season, and then, you work to get back. Then you get back, you have the worst game of your life. It's really disappointing for me.
and especially the fans, you know. So, and I've been seeing everybody turn on me and stuff like that, but I'm not worried about none of that because as soon as you do good, they're going to be right back on your side, just how they was when they won the UCF game out there in Florida. So I'm not really worried about none of that. I'm worried about me getting better, worried about contributing to the team and helping us win. And, you know, my role, I can't be going out there not on my game. I'm the free safety. If I mess up, everybody gonna see it. So I gotta pay attention to detail and be on my game at all times.
Hey, Shiloh Pecker, I'm Associated Press. Kind of a two-parter here. Number one is, you know, you said it was one of your worst games, and your dad kind of pointed it out too. Does that hurt more that's coming from your dad or from your coach?
No, we got on the phone before, like right after the game, actually. Like I know I played horrible. You know I played horrible. It wasn't like anything bad. It's just you play horrible. That's what happened.
And the second part is, you've seen Travis every day in practice. Just for people who don't see him, is he a more elite receiver or a more elite cornerback?
Yeah. When you lose Travis, you lose two players. So him going down, you know, that hurts also, because he's not going to be at corner or receiver when he goes down.
Hi, Shiloh. How do you feel Carter Stoutmeyer played in step with you not being on the field?
He played good. He's a guy, started out playing corner, then he came, filled in that role for safety, he held it down.
Hey, Shiloh. Going up against Arizona Saturday, just how much film of last year's game do you watch, and just what's the challenge of going up against a pretty good passing attack?
Oh, last year's game they got different coordinators, so it's gonna be a little different. So, but you can still watch the players. So we watch film from every game.
When you look at the overall progress of where you guys have come as a program in the last year and a half since being here, obviously came so close, didn't win, but does it speak to how much progress you guys have made to be able to hang in there in a game like that, coming off the performance in Central Florida?
Yeah, we're not trying to hang in there, though. That's a game we should have won. So it just seems like it wasn't going our way that day, and that's how it be sometimes. You might.
Is that a sign of progress, though, that you guys have made in the last year and a half?
I mean, last year we had a whole bunch of close games too, so we're not really trying to have close games. And I think this is the same record it was last year right now, was it? So it's not. We got to keep going with it. We can't just quit now. I can't just quit now just because I had the worst game of my life. You know, like I know I'm good at football. I know I've been doing this for a long time. I know how to tackle. I made a lot of tackles in my career, and one game is just not going. I'm not gonna let everybody, oh, you trash, you can't do this, you can't do that. You can't tell me what I can't do if I've done it already, and you probably haven't done it. So I've done it. I know I'm capable of, and this team, we won big games. We know what we're capable of, so we just gotta go do it.
Charlie, you mentioned being 4-2 at the halfway point, just like last season. Your dad has talked about how he feels this team is different. From your perspective, what do you feel like is the biggest difference from last year's team to this year's team, where you guys can prevent kind of what happened in the second half of last year?
Just the guys we have, as I was saying before the season, we got some good guys. You know, we made some good upgrades, even some great coaches, and we truly actually want to go out there and win every game. And we don't feel like no team's better than us.
Cam did a really good job holding down the fort while you were gone, and he's starting to get some national recognition. What's it kind of like sharing the field with him? And you know, is it an honor for you to kind of play opposite side of safety of that caliber?
I mean, yeah, Cam's a great player. He's been good since Jackson State. Even in high school, he was good. So he's been doing this for a long time. Y'all are just now seeing him play.
Okay, anything else for Shedeur Sanders? Okay, I think we're done. Thank you, sir.
Jesus. Walks are getting tougher and tougher. Students of the week, Cordell Russell, freshman sociology, Arden Walker, sophomore sociology. Attendance, 53,972, sixth largest in Folsom history, largest crowd in 19 years. Thank you, fans. I love you to life. Shedeur broke 3 school records on Saturday, highest completion percentage for both minimum 30 and 40 attempts. Most consecutive completions in a game, 16. I had no idea that. LaJonte Travis became the 7th CU player to catch a TD pass in 5 straight games, 7 touchdowns, 26 receptions, highest percentage of touchdowns, receptions in 69 years at CU. Wow. CU is one of the 2 schools nationally with multiple receivers with 6 or more TDs. Awesome. Sacks, the Buffs had 9 sacks in the last 2 games after having 5 in the first 4. BJ Green got his first 2 sacks Saturday against K-State. Awesome. Tajay McCoy had 3 sacks in the last 2 games. Defense giving up 7 points of turnovers this season on 6 turnovers. CU ranks 7 nationally and the 1st in Big 12 in red zone defense. Injury, Travis should play for certain on Saturday. Jimmy as well. Timmons, Marion, those 2 guys are probably out, and Will Shepard should play as well. Great game. Came out on the short end. We did not play indicative of who we are. We didn't stop the run. It is what it was. Move on. Let's flip the page. Let's get ready. Let's focus. Had a good week, a good day of preparation today. Had a great practice. The guys flew around, got to it. Defense was truly physical today. It was a great day of practice. I love to start off the week in that manner. Let's go.
Hi, Coach.
How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Thanks,
Nikki
sir.
Edwards, CU Sports Report. After coming off such a close game against Kansas State, what is the message this week? What's the focus this week to get ready for Arizona?
Accountability. Everyone must take accountability in their efforts, their preparation, the habits that we incurred in the game, the things that we didn't do well at, to really hold yourself accountable to those things. Let's see you put it in to work today, the weight room, film room, training room to get healthy, and ultimately out on the field so we can improve the areas of concern. So the guys took it upon themselves, and they came out there with certainly a different attitude. Sometimes you get intoxicated a little bit with winning and start thinking that you're really like that. And this Saturday was a wake-up call for a multitude of us.
Hey, Coach, I noticed on the well-off video yesterday, you talked about how maybe there's some new standards for guys who will and won't practice day after games.
Yeah.
Did I read that into that correctly? And could you maybe explain your thinking behind that?
When you're coaching, you're always trying to up the level. You're always trying to take your team to the next level, take your business to the next level, take your life, your relationships, anything to the next level. And when you step out of it for a moment and you think about it, you say, okay, I know I'm trying to take care of the guys that play 60% of the snaps and give them a day rest, and you try to really develop some of the other guys that didn't get the opportunity to play. That's the whole thought process. But if you give up several sacks and you see the guys over there, what does that say to the team? What does that say for the teammates? You got to really think about all those things. If we giving up deep balls and you over there chilling, and you just, your teammates looking at you like, hey, shoot, why are you out there? You need to be working on your game. Same thing with the giving up 200 yards rushing, over 200 yards rushing. Every linebacker should want to practice that day. So that's the thought process, just challenging these guys to work on their craft, work on their game, to take it to the next level if they want to be pros. If you don't, I understand. But when you came in, you said you do, that we're going to hold you accountable to that. That's the thought process behind it.
Hi, Coach. Adam Munster, Tiger 24/7
Pleasure.
Sports. Hope you're doing well.
Yes, sir.
You mentioned Omari Miller's not going to play on Saturday.
Right.
What's your message for him? Is there a chance he might be able to come back at
I
some
don't
point this
know.
season?
I really don't know. I think he had surgery yesterday. So I don't think he'll be back this season. I mean, our message is for him is to get yourself together when it's time to rehabilitate yourself and get in the right frame of mind so you could come out bigger, stronger, and faster and better. Because the kid is, I would say, fifth man. That's one of the best fifth men in the country. If he's our 5th receiver, which we don't say that, but he's one of the best in the nation to me. And I'm proud of him. I'm proud of him for just staying focused, knowing he wasn't a starter, but he had the ability to start. But when he came in, he gave you everything he had. Proud of him.
Hey, good morning, Coach. How you
Yes,
doing?
sir. Good.
Good. Mike Lamonte, FI360 News. So, question, being that you're probably one of the most popular people on the planet.
I don't know about that.
You,
It's arguable.
You and the former president, how does your faith help you navigate life being a leader?
Well, faith
of
is
men?
everything to me because I don't flinch.
Yeah.
I trust God, not man. You know, when we win, you guys write good things. When we lose, you tell the truth and you write bad things. So it's the same thing with our young men, same thing with our kids. You blow them up, then you blow them down. You know, you build them up to tear them down. So I don't flinch. I try to rock steady because I trust God and not man or woman. So I'm thankful and appreciative to have the relationship I have with my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, because I've been down before, when, you know, and oftentimes when we testify, we don't testify about everything. We testify about the things we just want you to know about, not the depth of where God brought me from, not the thought process that what I really wanted to do, I didn't actually do it, and he brought me from that. We don't testify about that because we don't want you to know who we really are. So we keep on this mascara, sort of bit. Good question, though.
Hey, Coach. Brian
How you
Howell from
doing?
David Cameron. I have two questions for you. First off, just Arizona. It's a familiar foe you guys
Yeah.
saw last year. What do you see out of them this year?
Arizona's I say this every week, but I'm not lying. It's a well-coached team. These got a great quarterback, I feel. One of the best receivers in the nation, if not the best, arguably. This kid is certainly a pro. Let's start right there. You got to deal with those two. Quarterback can make all the throws. He doesn't look to run, but he can run. But he has tremendous escapability. They got running game, and they can move the ball. They can move the ball up and down the field. Defensively, they got some big guys in the middle. They're stout versus the run somewhat. I'm not going to say they're vulnerable on the pass. Everybody seems like they're vulnerable to what we have out there at receiver. But these guys play complementary defense, and they get after it, man. They get to the ball. They're relentless. They attack the predators on the field. They get to the ball, and they make plays. So it's going to be a tremendous task.
You mentioned McMillan, the receiver. He's obviously one of the best in the country.
Yes.
As a corner, how much did you get kind of amped up when you were going against like the elite receivers? And
That was my life.
Yeah.
I didn't have to get amped up. That was my life.
So did you get like when you, going against Jerry Rice, things like that?
That
did you
was
get
my
extra?
life.
Okay.
You don't get amped up when that's your life. It's like saying you get amped up to get in the car. I'm going to do that anyway to come to work. That's my life.
Coach Rylan Scholes from Ralphie Report.
Yes, sir.
So you were 4-2 at the same point last season, 4-2
Yes, sir.
again. How much of a difference do you see in the group last year and the group this year?
Well, let's start with the coaches. The coaching staff is tremendously different. Very talented, truly smart, intelligent, and understands what we have inside this locker room. The young men we have on this team is truly different. I think you could tell that by at least 5 scouts coming to practice every day. So I don't compare yesterday to today, and I would hope that you wouldn't either in your personal life, because it's a whole new day, whole new year, whole new time, whole new thought process, whole new outlook on life. And I don't look at yesterday and compare those two, not whatsoever. But that's a great question. But this is a whole different team, and I'm proud to coach it. I really am.
Hey, Coach. John Treach, 9 News. How resilient is your team?
Our team is truly resilient, but we shouldn't be in that position. I don't like to be in that position that we have to show you that real resilient. We are at home. We should be in that position. We should make the plays that come to us. We should get off the field and make the stops that we know we're capable of making. If all 11 of us do the thing that we're supposed to do and execute the play that's called. But I am so proud of these young men in so many aspects. But then again, I want to hold them accountable in those same aspects, because I want this relatable to life, not just the game. I want them to be able to succeed up under pressure as well as scrutiny in life, not just football. But I love what I saw. I really wanted to get down there and get in model range. I really did, because I know he was going to nail it, and I felt like if we just got it to overtime, if Shedeur wouldn't have got us down there to win it, we were going to win it because of just who we are and your resilience that you spoke about. We never gave up. That's what I love about him.
Hey, Coach, Pat Graham, Associated Press.
Yes, sir.
With every pass that Shedeur throws, his draft stock rises. I guess, how do you separate the coach and what he's doing from the father and what he's doing?
I think you guys are concerned about that. We've always been what we are. We don't know it no other way. So it's quite easy for me because I've always been in this position with him. We walk down that sideline as the father. When we come back, I'm the coach. I think everybody knows that. You guys should know that by now. When we make our walk before the game, I'm dad. I'm saying things that a dad would say. When we come back, I'm the coach. I'm saying things that a coach would say. And from then on, I'm his coach.
Morning, Coach.
How you doing, sir?
I'm doing well. Scott Proctor at the Coloradoan. You mentioned a little bit about T-Mac, Arizona star receiver. He went for, I think, 109 yards, touchdown last year. From your perspective, what's the best way to try to slow him down? And obviously you and Coach Livingston have a penchant for playing man defense. Is that something you
Well, we
feel
don't want to give
comfortable?
away the game plan, but we're going to
Fair
try our
enough.
best. I mean, a lot of people have tried their best, but the kid is phenomenal. He's exceptional. That's why he's one of the best in the country. And as a quarterback, that one of his best friends that's going to find a way to get him that ball. It's kind of like what Shedeur and Travis does. So it's going to be a task, man. But I'm pretty sure our guys will be up for it. Kid is exceptional, though.
Hey, Coach, how are you?
How you doing?
Doing good. I saw a clip recently. I think you were with Matt Barnes.
Yeah.
And you shared a really personal story about when you were struggling with your mental health.
Right.
I'm just curious why you felt important to share that story.
Well, that was last year, I believe, when we recorded that. But it's still true to today. It's a lot of people, even in this room, that's struggling with success, struggling with failure, struggling with mediocrity, struggling with just being accountable. And no one talks about it, especially men. Women could talk all day about their trials and tribulations, but we want to have this bravado, and we don't know how to disclose things because we're scared that someone's going to say something about it. I'm not. I mean, if God allowed me to go through this stuff and he allowed me to reach a pinnacle of something, he wants me to be honest and transparent with you in every realm. And that's who I am. That's what I am. That's how I am. That's how I get down. So everything you hear me say is 100. I don't falsify nothing. I don't placate nobody. When you asked me about my kid, I told you the truth. Okay? When you asked me about the line last year, I told you the truth. Well, you attacked me for that, but you didn't attack me for the other one. I just wanted that to resonate for a minute. But mental health is serious. Spiritual health is serious. And I wish we had an antidote to both. I rely on Jesus. And I can't tell you what to rely on, but that's my source. That's my strength. That's my doctor.
Hi, Coach. Taylor
How
Sanders,
you
Sports
doing?
Illustrated. Fantastic. How about you?
Good.
Good, good. Just thinking about like the brotherhood through injury, through like trials and tribulations. How has that been looking like this so far in this year, like with
That's
your team
great.
and whatnot?
I mean, it's good that you recruit like you recruit. It's good that you sign players out of the portal that's already ready. It's good that we have a balance of youngsters that can step up and do the job. That's why we do what we do. It's hard to have a quarterback like you have, and then 3 or 4 guys go down, and you got a field full of freshmen. You got to understand what it looks like to a quarterback. Like, oh Lord, where am I going to throw? Who's going to get open? Who's going to run the right route? Thank God that we have a recruiting department that does a phenomenal job, that goes into the portal and get those guys that are already ready, as well as developing those young guys that may take that role on head on. Like a bunch of them practiced today because we gave a break to a lot of our guys that were limping and a little injured. We want them to be 100% come Saturday, not 100% on Tuesday.
Hey, Coach, I'm Jack Harlow with
Jack
Buffalo's
Harlow.
Wire. Another close game for you guys on Saturday.
Yeah.
Had a ton of close games last year. Just overall, how have you seen your players kind of grow and embrace some of those close wins, it's a
Well,
score game late?
Like last year, I stated this early on in the season. Once upon a time, it was just hope. Like, man, we hope we can stay in this game. We hope we can do this. Now it's expectation. Like, we really expect to win those games. That stuff hurts, man. It hurts, and because we expect to win. We don't expect to compete. We expect to win. So, in all aspects of life, on as well as off the field, I want our young man to expect to be successful. And that's where we are right now. Thank God. We have a bunch of like-minded men, as well as coaches, as well as support staff, that expect to be successful. That's why it hurts so bad. You quit reminding me of that, all right? Let me move on to Arizona, please. We good? Anybody else? So we got one more?
Want to do one more? One more.
Hey, Coach. Harrison Simeon, Skill Buff Sports. Michael Welch saw the field a bit on Saturday.
Yeah.
Didn't log a touch.
Do you expect him to be added back to the fold going forward?
I think he played. You got to understand he had a hamstring injury now that he was nursing, that he was trying to come back on. He didn't practice every day last week, so you kind of bring him back slowly. 2-3 may get the nod this week. Everyone else has started but him, so he may be that back this week that gets the opportunity to do his thing. So we kind of, it's not nothing that they didn't do well. It's just rotation, seeing who clicked with what. And the kid can play ball. All our backs are good, man. Charlie's good. Charlie ain't done nothing wrong. We just trying new things to see what fit. But thing about it, we gotta create holes so they can hit. We got to do that. And I'm pretty sure our linemen is going to take on that challenge tremendously. They had a great practice today, and I expected them to reap the benefits of those practices and with consistency. We good, everybody? Thank you. God bless you.